Joining us to talk about this unexpected development is Dr. Timothy Quinn of Quinn Family Healthcare in Ridgeland. Dr. Quinn, thank you for joining us today.
Hey, thank you for having me.
What are experts saying in regard to the higher findings of COVID-19 antibodies in blood donations, despite the fact that positive cases in this country are trending downward?
Well, actually, this is very encouraging. There have been a lot of prediction, a lot of analysis by our healthcare experts. They're predicting that there's a much larger number of individuals who have contracted COVID-19 compared to what's being reported. And with this finding, and basically this is from data that was released by the American Red Cross, and they're showing that 1 in 5 individuals that had donated blood, and these individuals have reported that they have not been vaccinated yet, are showing antibodies for COVID-19. And this is a much higher percentage. We're looking at 20% compared to the only smaller 9% have reported. This higher percentage of individuals who develop these antibodies, that means that they've contracted COVID-19. So there's a much higher number of people who have protective antibodies. So there's a higher percentage of the population, which puts us even closer to that herd immunity and the end of this pandemic.
Yeah, so what are 30 million cases that have been reported? I think that's about the number. So do these antibodies findings suggest that the actual number of positive cases in the U.S. has been higher than 30 million?
Most definitely. I mean, you have to look at the science behind COVID-19. The individuals that contract COVID-19 that get severely ill, and this is our vulnerable population, the elderly and those with chronic medical conditions with weakened immune systems, they'll have more symptoms. So they're more likely to go to the doctor or a testing site and get tested, and then their positive test results will be reported. But think about the young, healthy adults and even the children. They may have mild to moderate symptoms, which is the case for many of them. And then some don't even have any symptoms at all. They might think they just have a little sniffs or runny nose. So they might not get tested. And that's that population that's being missed. But the good news is, as we learn that more people are contracting COVID-19 than we previously thought, as far as the reports, that lets us know that we're closer to that herd immunity, because the quicker we get to that herd immunity, which is the 60 or 70 to 85% of the population, the sooner we will be at the end of this pandemic.
Wow.
All right. Well, because the antibodies are being found in the blood donations, and when you consider the number of people who are also being vaccinated, how much closer does this get us to the point of herd immunity?
Oh my goodness. I mean, it's so amazing. I mean, there are 3 ways that you can develop immunity, this protective immunity. Number 1, artificially, you can get vaccinated. And right now, at least 83 million people have received at least one vaccine. That's 25% of the population. But as far as fully vaccinated with both of the Pfizer or both of the Moderna or the Johnson & Johnson, we're looking at 45 million. That's about 13.8%. Then you have to look at those that have contracted COVID-19, and these individuals have developed the natural immunity, those antibodies which are protective. And then you have those that receive the convalescent therapy, those that received the blood that was donated by someone who contracted COVID-19, fought it off, developed these antibodies to fight it off, kick COVID-19 in the tail, and now they've donated their blood, and the blood is received by someone, and this blood that's received has the antibodies, so now they have immunity. So these 3 sources of people getting this immunity, these antibodies, is putting us closer and closer. So we're going to get to that herd immunity really soon, and we're going to get through this pandemic and come out even stronger.
Now, Dr. Quinn, thank you for, it's finally time to get some good news on this. Thank you for joining us this afternoon.
Hey, I love bringing good news.
Thank you.